there's another thing I want to add to the previous video on the Adolf Spy Conspiracy trading card game cover that I was showing in that video. Pretty much it's just going back to the very beginning on the first video where I was saying that I'm gonna shove a baseball bat into my mouth, like pretty much kill myself, like in the really critical ways. Kind of like in a way, it's just like, you know, that's just kind of like, you know, like you just like, you know, I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, you know, just every step along the way I would make these videos announcing what's going on in my life and upload it on my YouTube channel for the updating, and each step in the way, you know. And then if you hate me to that point, you know, want to shove that baseball bat into my mouth, then you probably want to leave a feedback on my YouTube channel or my PTTS Block first before, you know, doing that to me and things like that. You know, it's like I'm saying, you know, like I'm doing the best I can, you know. Maybe you should probably like leave me a feedback first before shove that baseball bat into my mouth. And anyway, so I'm just gonna go with how I've been doing, you know. It's like, so anyway, so like the Adolf, you know, just Adolf Spy's conspiracy trading card game. You know, maybe just kind of just go with what I have, you know. Like I have already spent 5 period of trading card game development period on it, and each period is about a few months of time. So I felt, you know, just go with what I have instead of, you know, these sort of like I don't know, like either doubts or just very like just I don't know, like just hating myself so much, you know, just this hatred at myself, and kind of like in a way, you know, it's just like these hatred, you know. It's like, you know, I could be like elected as the president of a country, or like, you know, I could have spend like every minute of each day, you know, and my whole life developing this trading card game, and got elected as the president of the country, and got all these trophies and everything on the trading card game, and every step in the way, you know, just fully committed to the trading card game development. And it's still at the end, you know, it's just it's still like just total disaster, and you know, get killed by someone like shove a baseball bat into my mouth and things like that. You know, it's like I'll just go with what I have, you know, just instead of just keep hating myself this way, and having all this doubt against me, and you know, just going with what I have. You know, it's like I'm doing the best I can to update on it, and doing what I can, you know. And 27 years, I started my trading card game history on January 1999 until now, current 2026. That's around 27 years, and the trading card game history started on 1993 until now, current 2026. That's around 33 years. So it's 27 year out of 33 years. So, it's just like, just stop hating myself so much, just give myself a break, it's like, I don't know, like, how it's gonna turn out to be like or not, like, would it turn out to be, I just, just going with what I have, stop hating myself and stop having all this criticism against myself and all like self-criticism and hating myself and all these doubts and everything, just go with what I have, it's just like I've been having these updates videos about my life, what's going on in my life, and I have already spent 5 trading card game development period on the 8 of Us BIOS conspiracy trading card game. So, just going what I have, just give myself a break and stop hating myself and stop having all this self-criticism against myself. And, it's like, so I'm gonna give myself that break, of, stop hating myself and stop having all this self-criticism against myself and just go with what I have, it's like, earlier, like that brainstorming cover for the 8 of Us BIOS conspiracy trading card game rulebook cover, like I'm saying, just a brainstorm cover. It's not like I'm saying just to get started on, but like I'm saying, like the one that I brainstorm about is, like having the bastard retribution paradox incognito, like that one. I don't know, like that's what I'm brainstorming right now to have that. Like I'm just saying, just gonna go with what I have, it's like, and stop hating myself and stop having all this self-criticism against myself. The truth is, I didn't know anyone who's in this field of trading card game development. Like I don't know how they go through this process of developing the trading card game, things like that. So that's the truth. I'm just going with what I have, pretty much, it's like, anyway, like I'm saying, I'm gonna stop hating myself and stop self-criticizing myself and just go with what I have. It's like, I think if someone wants to shove a baseball bat into my mouth and kill me that way, I think they probably would leave me a feedback first on my YouTube channel and my PTTS Blog. I don't know, like especially because of my situations, haven't really have a chance to really talk with someone on this topic, trading card game. So for some many years of time, just really like just having to come upon a person who would have a constructive talk on this topic, trading card game. So it seems so distant and everything, but like I'm saying, maybe someday at a trading card game at convention center or like expos, trading card game expos, and kind of like in a way, that's where all the focus on the trading card games. So we'll come upon people who will have these talks on trading card game, and so I felt so pretty much at those trading card game convention center or trading card game expos, well, I'm able to talk with someone on the trading card game topic, and would this close distance on I just haven't really get a chance to talk with anyone on the trading card game topic. And again, like what I've been repeating so far throughout this video, just to stop hating myself and stop self-criticizing myself and go with what I have on the trading card game. I mean, the self-criticism I'm vibing right now is just like my trading card game development is like my life, like that someone wants to shove a baseball bat into my mouth and kill me that way, it's like that's how much hatred they have toward me, and that is why I have to stop hating myself and self-criticizing myself, because if I do continue on like this, I'm going to shove the baseball bat into my own mouth and kill me that way, and it's like, it is just common sense, it's just like, trading card game has been in my life, 27 years out of the 41 years of my life, and it has been in my everyday life activities, and like all the things, like analogies on all the things I get into. And trading card game has been everywhere, everywhere I go has, would been seeing trading card game, it's like all in my neighborhood they all was really into, especially during those years competing in the trading card game tournament, just like the neighbors, they all really into the trading card game also, and so it's kind of like this atmosphere of everyone really in, like everyone who's in this atmosphere is really into trading card game and share that same enthusiasm as me. And it's been like that, since I was growing up, especially during, like I was saying, especially during those years as while I'm competing in the trading card game tournament. And it's including like the Hero Click, that's the trading card game is around from 1995 from 1999 to 2004. So 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. So it's around 6 years of time. So that's when it's really like heavy, like everywhere I go, like I'm saying, in this atmosphere, it's just all the people like I meet and all the people that I live with, like meet, and just that the trading card game is like they share that same trading card game enthusiasm as me, and so it's kind of like in a way, like that expression, like I breathe trading card game, I live and breathe trading card game, and anyway, like I'm just saying, it's not like, pretty much, like I'm saying, earlier, like what I was saying, I continue hating myself and self-criticizing against myself. I was, by the end, right now it's like around almost midnight, by a few more hours, could see me like shove a baseball bat into my own mouth and kill me that way. It's like I wouldn't even make it to the next day, and it's like, and for what reason is it that I didn't show enough commitment to trading card game? And it's like, police all over my house investigating why I shove a baseball bat into my own mouth, kill me that way. And it's like, it's like, so I'm gonna give myself that break and stop hating myself and so self-criticizing it against myself, and just go with what I have on the trading card game development. So thank you for watching PTTS. Thank you for following PTTS. I'm gonna end this video in 3, 2, 1.